Hi, folks. So, okay, so how can you be basically a son, being of God? Yeah, how can you be a son and then be someone who can be forgotten? Well, yeah, doing exactly what she's done. Doing exactly what she's done and other people have done. Because if you get offended and you continue down that path, then you're reacting according to that offence. You're making decisions according to being offended rather than according to truth. And you'll continue down a path, you're judging and you're condemning. It says clearly, if you judge and condemn, you will be condemned. You will be judged. It doesn't say only those who are not sons. Basically, if you're a son, if you're of God, you shouldn't be stupid enough to do that. Right? You shouldn't be. Anyone with a Bible shouldn't be, but we are. Right? Because we are. Now, for goodness sake, before I understood, before I realised who I am, I was always that person. I was always a son. From the moment I was born, even before then, I was a son. Because that determination was made by God. Well, by God and me, I suppose. Before I was born. Before I came into my mother's body. Now, again, I'm not the son. No. Because what I just said sounded quite similar to the Immaculate Conception. No, I'm not talking that. No. But yes, I've always been that. It's always been who I am. It's just, and I didn't realise it. I wasn't walking in it. And she, like a lot of other people, are not walking in it. And while you're not walking in it, it doesn't mean you're not that. Now, if you are the heir to a throne, you may be like the Prince, King Charles was the Prince of Wales for all those years. He was always the heir, even though sometimes he wasn't walking in accordance to how an heir of the Queen should be behaving. Yet he was always that. He was never not that. And we are the same. So yes, you can be someone of God. You can be someone who is a son, and yet that person can still go to hell. Can still go to hell, of course. Because it's up to you to choose your path. Even with that, even with being of God, you still have free will. You still have the choice to choose God or choose the world. You still have that choice. I mean, that itself is beautiful. Because otherwise it could be the case that as sons you wouldn't have free will. But no, we always have free will. We always have. Now, as I say, exactly how Mrs. Bevan's life is going to, or her path is going to be in the future, but that's between her and God. Really is. So hopefully she can change that. Hopefully she can understand that and change it. But that's up to God to do it. Okay, she could have listened to the last video. She could have listened to this one. But without the conviction of God, it won't do anything. It would just be the person who said things she didn't like, saying other things she doesn't like. That's all it would be. Won't have any impact on her. Yeah, okay, she would take the part that says that she is someone of God. She would take that quite happily and say, oh, he's right about that. Anything negative, she's saying, well, that can't be true. No, because again, the problem is people need to justify their decisions. They need to justify themselves being offended. Very important. They have to justify that. And so therefore, they have to be right in their judgment. If you say they're wrong, only God can convict them that actually they're wrong. I mean, you have examples where you've got Karens, and Karens have husbands. We're talking about the female Karens here for a second. You've got male Karens as well. But Karens, generally speaking, have husbands, they have families, they have brothers, sisters. But they've had people for years and years telling them about their behaviour. And they've completely and utterly ignored it. They've seen it as that their brothers or sisters or husbands or children are just having a go at them. That they just don't like them. Yeah, obviously there's something about them because obviously they are perfect, and because their brother, sister, husband or children, aren't perfect, then they're jealous of them, and so therefore they say nasty things about them. Yeah, even though what they're saying is true. So you can have people that you love and people that you know love you speak truth and you won't receive it. So are you likely to receive truth from someone who you can't stand? No. Am I saying this for her benefit? No. I'm saying this for the benefit of other people who are of God and who have made terrible decisions based upon being offended. You have time to sort it out. Go to Father, ask Father if there's anything you need to sort out in the area, and do it. Don't ask me, don't come back to me about it. You don't need to. You don't need to say thank you to me for getting that message out. No. Say thank you to God, because if he wants me to do that, then you go and thank him, because he's the one who told me to do it. So, yeah. So go to God, give the glory to God, and, sort it out. You got time. That's what matters. And so is she. So let's see what happens with all that. I'm not concerned. No. Because I'm not who I was. So take care. Bye-bye.